Receiving simulator transmission. Uploading transmitted feed. Initializing playback sequence. Log execute.
Hey everyone, Seipher here, and welcome back to Seipher Plays Pokemon Fire Red Nuzlocke. In the last episode, we made our way through to Vermilion City, tried to go through the cave, caught a few different Pokémon, and made our way onto the SSN where we fought our rival. In this episode, we're going to be completing our visit to the SSN and doing a gym battle, and depending on what else we can get to, probably making our way toward the next dungeon. So I have changed up my team a little, as you can clearly see from the sidebar and from the game. I've added Zatara, a timid Abra, so probably the best nature that I could get for him. Plus speed, minus attack. Going to be very useful once he actually learns some moves. And I got rid of 2-Blot for now because Warren's going to be useful as an HM slave for a few different things. And Viper probably won't be sticking around because after this next gym we have quite a bit of rock-type Pokemon that we'll be encountering, so he'll probably not be of much use. So anyway, we're on the basement first floor of SSN. The second room has that TM44 rest, basically put your Pokemon to sleep, but heal up in return, and heal any statuses. Ether in the third room. Let's see. Oh, nothing in here. Okay. So yeah, we're just gonna go around. I already took care of all the trainers here off screen so that we could just focus on getting some progress going. And I'm just mainly showing you where all these items are. This trash can here has a Hyper Potion, another hidden item just like in the galley. Speaking of the galley, I have to go a bit in there because there is an item ball that I missed because I was never far down enough for it to be on screen. And here we are, a Great Ball to replace the one I used to catch Zatara. Okay, with that, we can now go up to the next floor. And I believe it is the second room. Yep, second room. There's a hidden Stardust, basically selling fodder. So with all that taken care of, and with our rival now leaving us in the dust, we can go up and see the captain. Okay. Ugh, I feel hideous. Seasick. Okay, I don't know how back rub is supposed to help him, but I'm just gonna do it. Woo, thank you. I'm feeling much better now. You want to see my hidden cut technique? I could show you my prize cut technique if I weren't so ill. I know. You can have this hidden machine. Teach cut to your Pokemon and use cut anytime. Okay, then. Well, I guess that is what we get for being a good Samaritan. Although cut is an HM, it can't be forgotten, so not going to be super useful, but for now, I will want to use that. Because this will be a move that I need to really make use of. We're gonna just place Sweet Scent. I know that Sweet Scent could be useful for something, but I can always just... it's, I guess, not super useful. I guess I was thinking of regular playthroughs, not a Nuzlocke. I can't really catch a new oddish. Anyway, with all that, all the trainers have been beaten, all the items secured, we can leave and watch this ship go off in its really slow departure. With that, we can now move on to the main topic of this episode, which will be to take on the gym. as soon as we gain control back. Yep. Okay, and off we go. Now, thank God for the running shoes, because this would take forever. Having to go at that pace, and I really want to get through this. There are a few gym trainers in here. I'm mainly going to use this as an excuse to level up a few team members. So let's start with a few battles. Okay. All of them are going to have electric types, so you'll want to be a bit careful. If you don't have a ground type and you're doing a Nuzlocke, I would definitely recommend going to Diglett Cave if you haven't already and seeing if you can catch a Diglett. Or Doug Trio if you're not using a level cap rule like I am. Because electric type Pokemon can't really do anything to ground types. Granted, Poppy here has a bit more of an advantage since her rock type allows her to resist their normal type attacks, and Diglett is kind of spongy to try and take on if you try and take on electric types with it. But it is also super fast, so it can probably keep up. Question is if you don't kill your opponent in one hit, which is why I am going with Poppy, as while she will take some hits and may have to deal with some double team shenanigans like that, she'll likely be able to handle anything that these electric types can dish out. Okay, and of course I miss. Come on. Yeah, that's the downside to using Poppy. She's so slow, and if they really stack up those double teams, they're going to be a pain to deal with. But it should be alright. Okay. With that, we now technically have raised 2 Pokemon up in level, and we can worry about... Well, Zatara is evolving. Yeah, I did train him up just before it, because I figure he might actually be a permanent team member, depending on how lucky he is, assuming he doesn't die. He should be a pretty good team member, and we learned Confusion, so now he can actually fight for himself. I can train him off screen. And it's not just him, because I did train up Warren as well since I caught him, so that he would be ready to evolve in 1 level, just like Zatara. So, with that, we officially have things set up just right. Now I could... Let's see, I'm gonna swap around a little. I know that Zatara is a bit behind, but I will focus on training him off screen, because I want to get through this gym as quickly as possible. But I also want to make use of the experience we have while we can. So let's just get this Magnitude Poppy. Now, there is a puzzle to this gym, unlike the last 2, which were fairly straightforward. You have to find 2 switches hidden in the trash cans. Usually, after you find the first one, which could be randomly assigned to any of them, the next one will be right next to it, so you don't have to go all over the place looking for it. I suppose however, it can be a bit difficult because there could be multiple right next to it, and that could prove to be a bit of a headache. Hopefully this goes smoothly, but first, before I handle any of those, I'm going to just fight all the trainers and then go heal up, so that I can just get to fighting the gym leader. Okay. Let's see here. Just one more trainer, and I think this guy only has one Pokemon. Yep. And it's a Pikachu. A lot of Pikachus in this gym, but for good reason. As we'll soon see. And even with magnitude 5, a Pikachu should go down pretty easily. Yep. Okay. And with that, we have our... Well, actually, I don't think I need to go back and heal. I can just use a potion. I have so many of these stockpiled. I know that I don't get any PP back for my moves, but it's just easier to do this. Plus, I don't have to go through the cut animation every time. Okay, no trash in these. I don't know if the trash cans up top reset after that. Okay, yeah, it resets. So apparently it was either this can or that can. But let's see. Oh, yeah, this is a puzzle that I don't really care for all that much. I mean, there are good gym puzzles in this game, but this is not one of them in my opinion. Nope. Trash. Okay, so it's either to the left, right, or below it. And of course not. Okay. Yeah, this is why I hate this. I never remember the trick. I just know that it's supposed to be either the left, right, or below it, or above it, depending on where it's located. Okay, I'm gonna try the right this time. Yep, okay. Well, that was a bit painful, but we made it through. Now, let me just swap around. I know that you're gonna be thinking it's crazy to lead with Viper, but he is also close to leveling up, and because he's at the level cap, I can throw him in and take him out. Hey kid, what do you think you're doing here? You won't live long in combat, not with your puny power. Are you kidding me? I have Pokemon pretty on par with yours. I tell you kid, electric Pokemon saved me during the war. They zap my enemies into paralysis. The same as I'll do to you. Yeah, right. Well, I know your tactic. You are not that much of a threat to me. I've got 2 ground types. Granted, one doesn't have any ground type moves to really damage you, but that doesn't matter because he likely won't be coming out. So let's swap out Viper, bring in Poppy, and because I figured that... Now granted, Voltorb is the most dangerous one here because his normal type move is Sonic Boom, which does a fixed 20 power. But I can easily handle that because the next Pokemon that he's sending out won't have anything that can be used to deal with it. And let's see, Aerial Ace. Well, we are getting rid of Peck. I know that Peck could be useful, but Aerial Ace is a far better move in my opinion. Never misses, 60 power, a decent upgrade. So let's just keep Poppy in. And I'm gonna heal her up just in case, because you never know how much damage that you could get from a crit. Granted, he's only doing 1 damage at this point, but better to just be healed up. Probably could have avoided that damage by having Poppy in from the start, but I wanted to make sure that Viper got the level up as quickly as possible so that I didn't have to worry about it or forget about it, potentially. And while this is making things a bit more difficult with the evasion, it'll eventually flip a coin my way. Probably could have. Yeah, probably should have, now that I think about it, but we'll hit eventually, and here we go. And there's no way this Pikachu is surviving this. Alright, with that, he only has one Pokemon left, and we have both of our answers to it available for our use. And if I'm lucky, Poppy will level up again after this, or if not, be very close to it. So let's just throw a magnitude, because this thing can only use Quick Attack and one other normal move. Its other moves are Shockwave and Thunder Wave, Shockwave being an electric-type move, 60 power, and never misses. Thunder Wave just paralyzing the target, but not going to get to do anything other than Quick Attack. So, we won. Okay, well, you didn't level up again, because that's okay, Poppy. Poppy, your usefulness has run out. And we got the Thunder Badge. Well, you'll get to go in the box, Poppy. And you'll be joined by Viper for right now. Well, not right this second. I'll probably change your items, change the team around off screen after we finish up this episode. But there's still a lot to do. Viper finally evolved into Fearow, so we're getting some pretty good Pokemon at this point. Thunder Badge cranks up your Pokemon's speed. It also lets your Pokemon fly lightning quick anytime, kid. We don't have Fly, it's another HM, but it'll be useful when we do get it. He also gave us TM34 Shockwave, his signature move. As I said, 60 power, electric type, never misses. So, pretty useful. So now, we have Viper in the lead, and I will take the time to go ahead and do this, since we have our main objective. Now, I wish I hadn't wasted so much time last episode going through here, since we now have cut and can actually do what I intended to do on the other side of Diglett Cave, but it's alright. Again, I recommend leading with a flying type, because Diglett and Dugtrio can have Arena Trap for their ability, which can be very devastating, especially against a Dugtrio. And flying types will guaranteed keep you from being affected by that. Plus, if you have a Pokemon like Fearow that's pretty fast on its own, you'll be able to run away from Digletts. I'm not so sure about the Dugtrio, but those are incredibly rare. I believe a 5% encounter rate compared to the 95% for Diglett. Anyway, we're almost through this cave. Almost. Jeez, I keep forgetting how long this cave is. And there's the exit, but of course we get stopped. And one of the good things about all of this is that by having Zatara with me, we don't have to really worry about coming back through here, because Zatara, as you know from my explanation last episode, has teleport, which means that he can just zip us back to the last Pokemon Center we used. So we won't have to go through walking through the cave or through anything else. We can just get in here and do what we came to do. Yep, here are the aid. We definitely have at least 10 species so that we can get HM05 Flash. Yep, we have 27. That's actually a bit more than I thought we did. We'll probably get up a few more in between episodes as I grind a few reserve team members, mainly Poppy, if Poppy doesn't evolve on our way to the next area. Now, before we go back using Zatara's teleport, there is something I want to grab since we're by Pewter City again, since we made our way through, and that would be right up here, a tree that leads to a sealed-off house in Pewter City that we couldn't get past before, so I didn't bother to mention it. But you'll definitely want to do so here, because this guy will give you an old amber. This is another fossil. like the fossil that we picked up in Mount Moon. This can only be revived at a Pokemon lab somewhere, but that'll be for quite a while. Granted, I wanted to just get it out of the way now, so we can just have it ready for whenever we do get to that point. Now, important thing to note about teleport, you can't use it indoors or in caves. It can only be out on the field, so make sure that you go to the outside before trying to use it. And with that, we now have everything taken care of, so we can now head on up. As I said, I did train off screen. I took care of all these trainers. And we can now make our way back to Vermilion City to start progressing forward. I know that there is still a Pokemon I could catch on Route 11, but there is something I want to take care of first. And it's going to require just going to require me doing a bit of exploring. But before we do any exploring, we're going to use Cut up here at this tree so that we can make our way through nice and easy. And with that, we can now go to this bike shop here. And if you remember last episode, we got a bike voucher from that old guy, Vermilion, so now we can get a bike. I'll probably fiddle with it off screen just to get it into usable shape. I'll probably reorganize my bag too while I'm at it, so now that we have that, we can just progress onward to the right. Gonna need Cut for all this. And we are now in Route 10, I believe. Either that or Route 9, I forget which. In any case, we will do a bit of battling here and generally train up our team. But of course, it helps to have the proper party member for this fight. So let's just put Viper in. You'll be doing a little fighting Viper since you're not going in the box just yet, and of course you get paralyzed the first time that you can attack. Alright, well, nothing ventured, nothing gained. Come on, Aerial Ace. There we go, much better. He did get quite a stat buff from evolving, and it will help out quite a bit, but for now, I'm just going to focus on having Viper fight. Okay, come on. There we go. Aerial Ace is doing wonders. Evolution and stronger move. Basically going to be able to handle most anything that comes up. And I'll switch out now because I want Zatara to get a bit caught up. And Oddish has special attack EVs to help the main stat. I want to train with him. I want to switch this around. You can switch moves mid-battle, at least there are locations using Select. And that's just helpful for Zatara here. Okay. He is a little weak, so I will have to grind him up off screen, but he should be fairly useful. Especially with the Versus Seeker. I can easily train him up against this person to get some much needed special attack EVs. Just gonna swap around just a bit because I don't want him to gain any attack EVs. Attack is probably the worst EV to give him. No, let's just thrash this thing, since it's probably so weak. Due to the Universal Pokemon Randomizer, Thrash went from, I think, like 90 power to 120 power, so pretty useful at this early stage. Not many moves are going to have that kind of attack power. Anyway, I'll grab this item ball, TM40 aerial ace. Now you're probably wondering, why didn't I just let myself find that TM later and teach it to Viper then when evolve when he was supposed to at 20? Well, this way I can use it on something else and not have to worry about him. Anyway, Poppy's in, so I'm just going to swap out again. Not to Viper because paralyzed, and even though he is evolved, he still has frail defenses, so don't want to risk him possibly dying. Okay, thank God for Henry's poison point, making this a bit easier. Thrash him, Henry. Should go down this next turn. And he's sending out an Onyx, so come back out, Poppy. And Magnitude, because even though it's a ground type, it's also a rock type, and rock is weak to ground for some reason. I guess Boulder is getting broken apart by seismic shifts, and rock's generally just being really broken in that way. In any case, should prove... I think this will get Poppy up to the next level. Yep, and with that, you're going to see why I was so fixated on getting Poppy to level up again. Because... Yep, she's evolving. So, yeah, we've had 3 evolutions in one... Oh, no, 4 evolutions in one video. Not too shabby, if I may say so myself. Now, with Poppy evolved, we don't have to keep her in the lead. So, let's swap out and bring Henry up to snuff. I'll heal him up just real quick. This is going to be a bit longer than the last episode. I know the last episode was already pretty long, but I really want to get through here. Okay, well, this should not take too long. I really just want to start getting my way through here and getting to the grass so that I can catch something new. So after I catch something here, I think I'll end the episode off. And I'll probably blitz through the rest of the route off screen during training, just so that we can get to the... Well, I'll take care of the trainers, but I won't move past where we currently are, just so that you guys can see what we encounter. But actually, now that I think about it, I want to take care of 2 captures before I end off, so we'll be here for just a bit. Come on, let's get out of here. And you know what? Does Warren still have sleep powder? Yep, he does. So even though it's less accurate to do it this way, I am going to lead with him because there is one Pokemon that I can find in Route 9. I really want to catch it here so that it doesn't mess with me when I go down to Vermilion and back to Route 11 to catch a Pokemon there. Come on. Let's see, come on. I mean, I know that it's going to be a bit rarer than anything else here, but I want to get through with this. Come on. Just show up. Okay, well that's not really helping me all that much. Come on. Let's just find it already. Okay, you know what? If it's not found after this one, I'll just pick up where I left off here and hopefully we'll... No, actually I probably should just keep sticking to it, because the longer this takes... Actually, let me make sure that I'm in the right area, just so that... Okay, yes, Vermilion City, Route 9, so... we should be able to find what we're looking for. Oh, crap. Well, now I gotta fight, okay? Consider this a really long episode, you guys. Hope you appreciate it. Of course I have a fire type in my face. Okay, well, I guess, Poppy, you get to do a little more, and we get to see your backs right now that you're a Graveler. Or not, because that guy was a fool. And great, now Zatara gets to get some attack EVs he didn't need. Come on, let's just swap Poppy in, because I don't want to get bit by this thing, because I know it's gonna have bite. Come on, there we go, Magnitude, bury it. Okay, Route 9 should have what I need, hopefully. There we go, Zatara, he leveled up again, and let's just, you know what, Zatara, go ahead, you can fight this one because you'll just get some speed EVs, which I also want you to have. Boost that plus speed nature even more. And you should be able to handle this. Granted, Kadabra does have glass defenses, so make sure that you're very careful with yours. And great, smokescreen. Well, I hope you start hitting again. Well, okay, I don't know why I said that. He was already hitting, and he managed to take care of it on his own, which is great. So now we can get back to the main objective at hand, which is catching at least a Pokemon here, because I know that there is supposed to be that's supposed to be here. So I think so. Come on. Oh yeah. To take care of this. Alright, if it's not in this one, I'll just... Okay, here we go. Finally. Took a long time to find you, but now we're good. So let's just sleep powder it, and of course we miss. Ekans, not a very good Pokemon, but if I can catch it, I can eliminate it from Route 11 down below and get a Drowsy, which will be a good backup in case something bad happens to Zatara. So let's just catch it. But first, come on, just try to put it to sleep, Warren. Actually, you know what? I don't want to take too long, so let's just see if I can catch it in one Pokeball. I know that at this point it's unlikely, but you never know. Okay, of course it didn't. Of course it didn't. Finally. Alright, well, let's just throw a ball now. If it doesn't work after this, then I'll try using Bullet Seed since Poison will resist Grass, but I don't... Okay, there we go. And with this, we now have a Ekans. And I already have a name in mind for you because I want to get through this really quick. For those of you that have seen Fairy Tail, that nickname will make a lot of sense. But for those of you that don't, look it up. Anyway, now that that's taken care of, crap, I didn't mean to do that, but I guess I can just use Cut to get through. Yep, okay. Long episode today, so let's just get down to Route 11 and take care of everything that I had planned to take care of. Now, normally I would want to end things off here, but I really want to get through the next area. I really want to save the next episode for exploring one particular area, and I want to make sure that I catch all the Pokemon that I can before that, just so that I don't have to waste time next episode and we can just get through. Crap, not again. Well, this is going to be a really long episode now. Yeah, I suppose to explain that, I don't really cut things out of these episodes just because I want you guys to see the entire journey that I can get by with, well, just to show that my Nuzlocke is going as stated, not really being messed with it anyway. I'm not skipping over it. I'm not faking anything. Just want to have some transparency with you guys. Like I'm not set. So whenever I can catch a Pokemon on screen, for instance, I wouldn't try and catch a Pokemon off screen because I know that would strain some credulity as to whether it was a legitimate capture, because you guys didn't get to see it, but I did capture all these on screen, and I really want to make sure to do so, and thankfully this was a lot quicker. Okay, I don't think I can just put it to sleep because it might have insomnia. Probably does have insomnia, so let's just throw a ball. Okay, of course, it didn't work, so... You know what, I did say Cut was weak, and Warren's not a physical attacker, so that should help out. Okay. Oh. There we go. Now that I think about it, why didn't I just heal at Vermilion City? Questions for later. Anyway, got Drowsy, so that I will quickly name it, and I will end things off here. So, while I quickly add in the name that I chose for him. Yep, Sigmund, transfer to the box. Okay. With that, I will end this episode here. Thank you all for watching. Until next time, stay gold.
Playback sequence terminated. Transmission disconnected.